Good morning, everyone. Before you start the second part of your third article reflection today, there's a couple of things that I need to bring to your attention. So when you log into our Google Classroom and you scroll down to open up the slides from last week, there's one slide that I want to make sure that you look at and that you have open before you start typing from your graphic organizer. If you weren't here last week, what you're going to need to do is open up the two documents that were posted here and go to newsela.com and pick an article that's interesting to you. Step one was to fill in the graphic organizer, which I think most of you got a really good start on or even finished on Friday. Step two is the typing today. So when you go to slide 25, I need you to make sure that you're looking over all of these requirements. So the first thing you need is the heading with the title of the article. It should be italicized or put in quotes in the author, if an author is given. If an author is not given, that's not a big deal as long as you're stating where your information is coming from. The first paragraph of your reflection should be a brief summary of the article. Not your opinion, but using the information from the chart that you filled out on Friday to summarize and pretend like I have no idea what your article is about. You need to make sure you make that clear in the summary. After you finish that, your second paragraph should be your response to what you read. I feel, I think, I wonder, this reminds me, the two sides presented show, because a lot of your articles show an issue that has either pros or cons, or an issue that has a side that can be taken. So you need to make sure that one paragraph is your summary and one paragraph is your reflection, and those need to be separated. Two different topics, two different paragraphs. Within your reflection, you need two direct quotes from the article to support your argument or opinion. Most of what you write should be in your own words, but when you're writing and adding a quote, you need to transition to it. So for example, and I'll just type this here, according to the article, the president stated, and then you start typing whatever the quote is. You have to transition. You can't just list your quotes. They have to support what you're trying to say. You should be using Times New Roman or Arial 12-point double spaced. 1 page minimum, 2 page maximum. And as far as no mechanical or grammatical errors go, this is not acceptable. Make sure you capitalize. If you're even writing anyone's name, it needs to be capitalized. This is not acceptable as well. You instead of you. Try to avoid things, stuff, gonna, wanna, and all those other words that cause me gray hair and wrinkles. So once you review this, when you open the assignment, the second document, all of this is written here for you as well, so you can see. The due date is by 9 p.m. tonight, and you can type right here, which is already defaulted to Arial, but you can change it to Times New Roman if you want. This is also something else that you should look at, which is you do get points for double spacing, size 12, and using the appropriate setup. Grammar and spelling, few to no errors, well organized, deadline met, shows strong evidence of reflection and depth, provide excellent support for your claims. So make sure you look through this as well. When you've got that all said and done, it might be beneficial for you to have someone proofread your writing before you submit it, but make sure you submit both of them at the same time. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.